I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. It's Allah's last prophet and messenger and Allah's servant. Okay. Today I'll be carry on discussing with you miracles of the Holy Quran. Miracles of the Holy Quran. What's some of the miracles? Because I cannot even speak about all the miracles in the Holy Quran. So I will speak about some of these miracles. Carrying on today from what I stopped yesterday. So the Quran, as we all know, we Muslims, we really honor and respect the Holy Quran very much because it's the word of Allah. So Quran predicted more than science, and the Holy Quran is not as any other book. Any other book, the author will write the book and he might mistake and forget something, and when people read the book, they'll find some contradictions. But the Holy Quran, it's Allah's words. Allah does not forget, Allah does not sleep, Allah does not mistake. So Allah wrote his book because it's Allah's words. It's Allah's, the author, it's Allah. That's why nobody can bring anything similar to the Holy Quran. Even when Allah challenged the whole world to bring something similar to the Holy Quran, a book similar to the Holy Quran, nobody has done that yet. And how many years? Over 1,400 years, Allah challenged the whole, the human and the jinn to bring any book resembles to the Holy Quran. They couldn't. Then Allah asked, if you people deny that this is not a word from Allah, this book is not Allah's book, okay, bring something to resemble the whole Quran. Nobody couldn't do it. Then Allah reduced the amount. He said, okay, bring 10 chapters. 10 chapters to resemble the Holy Quran. Nobody could have done the same thing. Like nobody could have, and they will have never able to do that, because how many years? Over 1,400 years up to now. Then Allah reduced from the Holy Quran to the 10 chapters. Then Allah reduced to 1 chapter of the Holy Quran. Allah asked us, we human being and the devil, like jinn, if anyone challenges or denies that the Quran is not the word from Allah, it's not Allah's words, it's not Allah's book, okay, bring me not one whole Quran, not 3 chapters, not 1 chapter, even little sentence resembles the Holy Quran. Nobody could have done that. You know why? Because it's Allah's word, Allah's words, it's Allah's Quran, it's Allah's unique book. So if it was anything else, like something anyone could have able to write, if it's a human from human, if I write a book, people come and write something similar and they might criticize on that. But if Allah challenged people to write, to bring something like similar to the Holy Quran, nobody could have done it. That it shows that we are human. We cannot, we're not the same standard as a human and their God. You see, God is not, it will never resemble a human being. So we human being, we can't have, we cannot reach that like unique, the unique of when there's a God. Allah is unique. Allah is powerful. We are not like that. We sick, we forget, we mistake, but Allah is nothing to compare with any of his creation. I see, so that's what I want to say. So the Holy Quran spoke about lots of things in the past about prophets and their people, and what happened when Allah sent the prophets to their people and they disobeyed Allah, how Allah punished them. Allah spoke about the prophets and he spoke about lots of things that happened years ago. The prophet Noah, how his people, he swore his people and they got drowned, and how Sayyidina Abraham, Prophet Abraham, they threw him in the hellfire, in the fire. They threw him in the fire, but Allah commanded the fire not to burn his skin. Then process Yusuf alayhi salam, when they sent him to prison, his brothers threw him in the well because they were so jealous of him. So lots of things that you might, when you read, you feel that you are actually reading, not reading a normal book, you are reading Allah's book, God's book. It's very unique, and the way you feel when you're reading it, so that good energy gives you lots of faith and makes you happy. Actually, you are reading a very unique book, not any other book. It's not an ordinary book. So Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, over 1,400 years ago. We believe that it's the literal word of Allah Almighty. It stands as a miraculous book because of its divine origin, very divine origin. So it has lots of miraculous things. When you read it, like some things you cannot, some words, some letters you cannot ever understand. And actually, when Allah sent the Holy Quran to Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, the Arabs that time, the pagans, non-believers or the disbelievers, they hated our Prophet Muhammad so much. And Quran is in Arabic, okay? They spoke Arabic very well, yeah? And Allah challenged them to bring a copy like the Holy Quran, but they couldn't. If they could, with the way they fought our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and they fought Islam, if they could have brought something similar. Well, that shows itself that Quran is the word of Allah. Quran is the book of Allah. Because Allah challenged them because of this so much hate. That's itself another proof that if they couldn't do it, that means it's Allah's book. Because if they could, they would have done, but they couldn't. So it shows a lot. Anyway, so that's what makes Muslims like a lot of things in it. Okay. So besides spiritual and moral teachings, the Quran contains many statements about the physical world, see, and natural phenomena. These statements are far ahead of science, many like centuries later. The scientists' miracles in the Holy Quran, it has lots of scientists' miracles in the Holy Quran. They are proof of its being a book of Allah, book from Allah. All those scientists' miracles in the Holy Quran that the scientists, they still recently they found out about lots of like things Allah spoke about in the Holy Quran over 1,400 years ago, but there was no science by then. There was no technology. Now, when there's technology, now actually the scientists start to find out about those things that has been already in the Quran all those years. You see, so these statements are far ahead of their times. They have only been confirmed by modern like science many centuries later, after all those years, over 1,400 years ago. So the scientific miracles in the Holy Quran, they are proof that it's word from Allah and it's Allah's words, it's Allah's book, not not a human being book, not ordinary book. You see, so some people, these are the things we need to tell them. So Allah says in the Holy Quran, then do they not reflect upon the Quran if it had been from other than Allah, they would have found within it much contradiction. See, Allah says that. So this really makes me appreciate my religion. Allah says in the Holy Quran, I repeat again, then do they not reflect upon the Quran? If it had been from other than Allah, they would have found within it much contradiction. Like other books, Bible, other books that has been tampered with, they changed to people wrote different, they changed the main origin book. See, they done too much copies of the people themselves writing Bibles and things like that. So there's contradiction in them. But if it's from God, it will never have no contradiction. And Allah promised He will protect it. Allah promised in the Holy Quran that He's gonna protect the Quran from being tampered with or being changed, or even single letter will never be added or reduced from the Holy Quran. Why? Because Allah promised to protect the Holy Quran. It's not like the other books, Bible or Torah, whatever. So, because why? Allah promised He will protect the Holy Quran only because the Holy Quran is for everyone, for the whole universe. Allah sent Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, to the whole world, to the whole of mankind. And this Quran is our Prophet Muhammad's miracle to the whole mankind. But you see, the other books, Allah has been sending other prophets before Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. They were just for sent to their own people. Like every now and then, God will send, when people will need to have a prophet to warn them about Allah, Allah will send a prophet to His own people. Then after he passed away, it will be some time, then Allah send when they start worshiping idols, and that Allah want to warn the people not to worship anything apart from Him. So Allah will choose a very respectful, like ordinary person from His own people, but Allah will make that person will grow up to be unique and different from them. So with the good behavior and everything, his qualities will be such a very special person. Allah will send that person as a prophet to his own people, a different town, different place, to those only people, to warn them, to remind them not to go astray, to worship only one God, the oneness of Allah. So, but our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he was sent to the whole of the universe. So the Quran, the thing is, the Quran, and as I said, the Quran or the Holy Quran, the Holy Quran and the universe. Allah spoke in the Holy Quran. The Quran presents the description of the universe in a remarkable way, ladies and gentlemen, and it resonates with modern scientific discoveries. One of the most profound verses in the Holy Quran says, what the verse say? Let's read and find out. Allah says in the Holy Quran, Did the unbelievers not realize that the heavens and the earth were one solid mass? Then we tore them apart, and we made every living being out of water. Will they then not believe? You see, will they then not believe that we created all this? So it's like too many things, too many proofs Allah want to show people that don't believe. So just call their attention, and this is like a warning. You see, to say the proofs are here. Who is ready to believe? The proofs are in the Holy Quran. So this verse I just read now is aligned with the Big Bang, which states that the world originated from a singular point before expanding it into its current form. You see? So the same thing also, the Quran reveals that the universe as a whole, it teaches that the universe is one, the universe is one interconnected system. Another beauty of Allah creation of the universe is its specific order. Every galaxy has its own system, and each planet is revolving in its own predefined orbit. Mars can't switch places with Earth, and Venus can't swap spots with Jupiter. Why little tiny change can cause a huge distraction, a huge catastrophe. So there shouldn't be any little bit of mistake. Little bit of mistake can cause damage to the whole universe. You see. So the Holy Quran, Allah says in the Holy Quran, it says, and He is the one who created the day and the night, the sun and the moon, each traveling in an orbit. The night cannot come before the sun, before the day cannot come before the night. Like, they cannot even clash together. So there's too many things Allah mentioned about. Another miracle as well in the Holy Quran, the human body. Allah spoke about the human body. So the second, or the other miracle as well, the human remarkable miracle in the Holy Quran is the way human creation and development are described in detail, far ahead of its time. Allah described all this far ahead before its time. These descriptions, they all align with the scientists. When the scientists find out about the human body, it's all aligned, all matches with what's in the Holy Quran. The Quran presents the stages of human development in these words of the Holy Quran. Allah described the stages of human development in their belly, in the mom's belly. Okay, as a baby in their mom's belly. Listen, guys. Allah says in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Mu'minun, verse 12 to 14, Allah says, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, we created man out of extracts of clay. Then we made him into a drop of life jam. Then we placed it in a safe depository. Then we made this drop into a clot, C-L-O-T, there is no H. Then we made the clot into a lump. Then we made the lump into bones. Then we clotted the bones with flesh, and then we caused it to grow into another creation. Those most blessed is Allah, the best of those that create. I see. So how these things are very unique, Allah starts, how the baby starts in the mom's womb. It starts with a little sperm, then it becomes like blood, like a thick blood. When you see liver, that's how you start. Then Allah makes that become, it has bone on it. Then after it, we cover the bone with flesh, meat. You see, we have bone inside our body. It's covered, the bone with the flesh on top. So these verses perfectly define the stages of droplets, clots, and lump. Science was not familiar with these facts until the 20th century. But these things, Allah spoke about them in the Holy Quran over 1,400 years ago. You see, guys? So, just things like that. People think like, I'm bringing things like that to think before it's too late. All this is like proofs. Then other things it's mentioned in the Holy Quran about miracles, about flight of the birds, how the birds fly. Yeah. Another wonder is the flight of the birds. When the scientists researched the birds and their flight, they discovered the scientific. They discovered that the migratory program embedded in their genetic code. Also, the birds use principle of a lift and thrust to soar through the air. They fly. Nothing's holding them. What's holding them? The Quran mentioned of the birds. What Allah mentioned about the birds in the Holy Quran and their flight to remind as a reminder of the wonders of creation. The Quran describes birds and their ability to fly in Surah 67. Okay, what Allah says? Bismillah. Allah says, do they not see the birds above them, spreading their wings and folding them in? None holds them up except the most merciful. So the birds flying, nobody's holding them, not to drop, unless Allah. Look, they're flying, like nothing's holding them. Sometimes when I'm walking in the street, I watch how those pigeons, they fly by groups. They all fly by group. They go from places to another, and they all flying together by groups. Or sometimes I even watch one single bird flying. Every single thing I watch, it added my faith. I have a rabbit. Looking into that rabbit's eyes makes me like thank the Allah that I'm worshiping, the God I'm worshiping. That's like those animals, everything around us, creation from Allah, Allah's creation makes me like have my faith grows up higher. And sometimes I cry, like I feel how much we so ungrateful to this unique God. We didn't worship him enough, and some of us even like some people like just being ungrateful, very ungrateful. God that created them, they don't worship him, they worship something else, or they not even believe that he even exists. You just jumped from the sky. So there's things around us, every little thing around you makes you believe, should be enough for you to believe that there's a God. You see, there's nothing will come out of nothing. There's anything around you, it has a maker. This universe has a maker too. You see, so we'll talk about more of these things. Please, guys, you need to be honest and like and subscribe to my channel. You can't just come and watch my videos without supporting me. You need to support me, because what we do is what we get back. What you give is what you get. You get back. If you don't give anything, you won't be giving anything neither. So be fair and please support my videos. You can share them. You can put like and put comment, nice, respectful comments. Yeah. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.